everybody, it's Sherry with Cards and More by Sherry, and I decided to tape a little new adventure slash experiment so you guys can just play along. I was gifted this jelly plate, and which I'm really excited about, but I'm really scared to try to use it. So we're just gonna jump in and try it. I don't have a fancy schmancy craft mat, so I have a piece of wax paper down because I know you're supposed to put the jelly plate on a non-porous surface. So I'm hoping the wax paper will work. And then I just went and bought some inexpensive apple barrel paints at Walmart. I don't have a lot of paint, and I didn't want to spend a lot of money in case I really screw everything up. So these were like, I don't know, I think 50 cents a bottle, and I bought several pretty pastel colors that I like. And then I just took some, except what did I do with it? I took some really ugly scrapbook paper that I had. Sure I did, and now I don't know where it is. Anyway, I'll find it here in a second. I took some ugly scrapbook paper that I have that's white on the back, and I know I'm not going to use it. And I cannot for the life of me see where I placed it now because I've been moving stuff around and throwing stuff away. Oh dear Lord. Maybe I better check my trash can. Hang on. I don't think I put it in my trash can. But we'll look. No. Now you'd think I could find those. Okay, so we're gonna carry on smartly here. And then as I was also throwing some things away, I thought, well, you know what? These might make an interesting pattern on the jelly plate. So I saved, literally rescued these from the trash can. Then I had some piece of cardstock that I had run through the corrugator, and I thought, well, that might make some interesting patterns. And I have my trusty bubble wrap here and a glue cap that I thought might make some nice circles. Boy, this really flusters me that I can't find this paper. Ta-da! I have it. Oh, good grief. So I have some 6x6 pieces, and I'm just going to print on the back of these. I might even overprint maybe on the front. We'll see. I have my brayer, which came with these 3 rollers. I've actually never even used this soft foamy one. It has a hard acrylic one, which I've used with rubber bands and things. And then this, I guess you'd call this the hard rubber one, and that's the one that I'm going to use today. So I'll set these other ones off to the side. I also have some stencils, which I may or may not use. So first let's take the jelly plate out of the container. Again, this is the 6x6 size. Let's see if I can move my camera this way a little bit so you can see better. And I guess you save this case. It has a little, some instructional stuff there. We'll put that over here. And then there is plastic liner on both sides, and it means business. I'm just telling you right now. Hang on to those. What worries me the most about doing this is that I have 4 dogs, and I'm worried that dog hair will get stuck in this thing and get embedded, and I don't want that to happen. Okay. I maybe should have started with something white underneath here. We'll pull this paper off so you don't have my doodles and my notes there. Okay, so let's get this down nice and straight. It's like a giant Knox blocks, you guys. So we're just going to try to squirt some paint on here and see what the heck happens. I'm nervous as heck to try this. I do have some scratch paper off to the side that I'll be rolling my brayer off on to clean it as we go a little bit. And then, of course, you can use those papers for other things as well. So let's start just with some pretty, kind of makes me think of Caribbean waters. We'll just squirt a little, and I'm going to do two-tone. We'll just see what happens, guys. Again, I am scared to death doing this, but totally excited at the same time. So here we go. Oh gosh, that's such a pretty kind of sea foamy kind of color. And I think I have way too much paint. Yeah, I do. Okay. I'm going to roll a little of that off over here. Trying to get some more green. And I'm not really worried if I leave marks too much with the brayer, because that'll just kind of add to the texture. Now I'm just going to take my cap here and make some rings. I know I don't want to press real hard on this. Okay. Take some bubble wrap and add some other kind of circly textures. Circly, yeah, that's a technical term, y'all. Okay. And I don't know that I want to put anything else on there. I think I just want to try one and see what happens. And another reason I'm using this scrapbook paper, it is 12 by 12, but trust me when I tell you it is not square, because when I go to cut it, it's like the most cockeyed stuff I've ever seen. Alright, let's peel this off. And there's what we got. That's kind of fun. I did use too much paint though, I think. Okay, we'll throw this over here where it can dry. I'm not going to clean anything. I'm gonna add some more blue. Maybe not as much as we did before. And come in with this other green. And come back in with a little of this turquoise, or aqua, or seafoam, or whatever the heck you want to call it. And again, I just rolled the brayer off over here on the side on this paper that you can't see, but that's getting very, very pretty. And I'm going to try not to mix the paints quite as much this time. So I'm going to roll some of that off. And then come in here. Okay, roll some of that off also. Ooh, goodness, that's brighter than I expected. Okay, roll a little of that off over here. Okay. I like that. And also a tip that I've been given is when you roll this off and set it off to the sides, set it up on the back part so that whatever's still on here, residual, doesn't dry and stick to your paper. So there's a tip. Let's try this honeycomb stencil that I have. Just lay it down on there. Grab one of my not very straight pieces of paper, rub that across there, and I don't know how much I'm supposed to be rubbing, but, and I missed a spot, but that's okay. Ooh, I like those colors. Yes, I do. And then I'm going to take my stencil, because I don't want to lose this paint, and I'm gonna, sure I am, I'm gonna lay it on a piece of paper over here and kind of get the reverse and clean off some of that paint. Well, it didn't clean off very much, but that's okay. We can overprint onto that. I'm not really worried about these stencils. These were inexpensive stencils I bought at Michael's. There was like a 4-pack of them, and they didn't work out too well. And I think I'm just going to lay this right back down on here and see how much of this we pick up. I've been trying to tap my toe into some mixed media. Oh, I kind of like that. It's the reverse of our first print that we got. So here's the first one that I got when the stencil was still on the Gelli plate. And then this is what we picked up afterwards. And you can plainly see in the middle there, see where I had this white spot and I didn't pick up the paint? You can see that it picked up more paint there, but I like it. I like it. I like it. Yes, I do. Okay, again, I'm not going to clean off. You can if you want to, either with a little bit of water and some paper towels or some baby wipes is my understanding, but I'm just going to keep kind of building and see what the heck happens. Let's add a little yellow. Yellow! Throw in some purple here, some color opposites. I don't know what's going to happen when these kind of mix with the green, but we'll see. And you can kind of see, you can still see my honeycomb pattern through there, which is Coolio, because maybe that will still come through somewhat. And I'm just gonna kind of let my brayer give me some swirly weird texture here. Roll off. I'm getting a pretty little mess over here on the side, by the way, y'all. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? That's just my roll-off sheet. And then I think I'll come back with my cap again. Put some wannabe Olympic rings in here. Give it some more texture. And how about we hit it with ye old bubble wrap again. Okay. Then I'm also going to take the back end of a, the back end of a paintbrush and just swirly whirly in a couple spots. Alright, let's print this off and see what happens. And the reason my friend gifted me the 6x6 size instead of the bigger one, and I'm glad that they did, I'm primarily a card maker, and I don't know that I would have been, oh, look at that. I like that a lot. I would have been intimidated by the bigger size, I think. Ooh, now I don't know what to do. I really like those. Such pretty colors. Okay, let's try another stencil. I have these nice new stencils that I bought recently that I'd like to use, but I hate to get them dirty, you guys. Okay, let's have some pink, shall we? My dogs are coming to see me. They don't know what the heck I'm doing. Let's put some more. Oh, I made a mess there. That's all right. Some yellow. And some of this pretty bright green. Obviously, I need to buy some more paint colors. But that's okay. Oh, here's something else that I literally saved from the trash can that I thought might also give some kind of texture. Maybe is this crepe paper? I don't know. We'll try it. Anyway, like I was saying, I'm trying to branch out into some mixed media, and my friends over at the crafter community on Google Plus are encouraging me and helping me and telling me things that I need to be doing and answering all my questions, and I love them all dearly for that. Oh, this is so pretty. Because I'm scared to death to do this. I'm very much not an artiste. But you know what? I'm having way... Uh-oh, I'm starting to get a little bit of mud. That's okay. Let's try this fun little stencil. If I can get it. These are the flimsiest dang stencils, you guys. If you see these at Michael's, I would encourage you to not buy them. Because they're... Uh-oh, I moved my paper. That's okay. It'll just add character to our piece. Oh, that's fun. That's very fun. I like that. And we'll take some of these and we'll go back and overprint on them. Uh-oh, and I did just what I told y'all not to do. And that was lay that brayer down the wrong way. I'm pressing off the stencil a little bit over here on my roll-off sheet. But I'm finding that I'm getting into more paint than I had to begin with. I think it might be time for a new roll-off sheet. What do you think? Yep, yep. Okay. So, what shall we do with this? Let's try our crepe paper. I mean, it has texture to it. Oh, sorry, barking dog in the background. Oh, that's kind of fun, actually. That was Tippy. The first one you heard was Brandy. Let's see if we can pick up anything off of here. I press a little harder since it's drying off. Oh, good grief. Now they're all going to start barking. So now you hear Brandy and Ginger. The littlest one and the biggest one. Let's see if we got anything. Well, we did. That's kind of fun. Brandy, hey! And we may overprint on that and do something. I'm kind of almost getting a neon kind of thing happening here. Now I think I'm going to wipe this off. And I'm going to use a baby wipe. And wipe off, especially get this where it kind of builds up around the edges. Because it is drying. Oh, look how easy that wipes off. Cleans up pretty dang easy. I think it might clean easier if I used not saying that it doesn't clean good with this. I'm just thinking as the paint dries that you might be better adding a little bit of water. Let's see. I've got a spray bottle here. Just spray it, just a little bit of water. See if that'll help take a little bit more of that off. I watched a video the other day and someone tried using watercolor paints on these. And she didn't have a whole lot of luck with it. And I had wondered the same thing. It seems that acrylic paints are your best bet. So let's try something. I have this wood grain, flimsy, ridiculous stencil. And I did buy some tan. So let's put some of that on there and put in a little bit of yellow. And then tone that down. Add a little bit of gray and see if we can get something a little bit more muted. I'm just so tempted to take a paintbrush and mix. But I'm going to resist the urge. I'm going to wipe this just a little bit too so that I don't pick up hopefully any of that bright pink. But if I do, I do. It's okay. I don't care because we're just playing and we're just learning. And that's such a pretty creamy brown. Carry some of that over into there and vice versa. And my friends that do a lot of this are probably watching this and screaming at the screen going, "No, Sherry, don't do that!" but I am, and it's how I'm learning, and that's okay. Okay, wood stencil. Piece of my cruddy muddy paper. Dang it, and it moved again. I gotta be more careful about that. Make sure I press down good. See what we get. That's cool. Look at that, you guys. Ooh, Tippy's excited about it too. Now, I'm going to, I'm running out of places to put things. Peel this off. Lay this over here. Oh lordy, now they're playing behind me, you guys. I'm so sorry. Now, what was I going to do? Oh yeah, I'm going to take one of these that we printed on already. Maybe this one. And lay it down here and pick up this wood grain and stuff on top of that. And see what that looks like. Hopefully it won't be totally uglified. Well, it's kind of uglified. Yeah, I don't like that very much, but I think it's because it's too much brown over those pretty other colors. But that's alright. Again, it's how I'm learning. Yeah, I don't really want to put that over anything else because everything else I've done is kind of so pretty. Okay, let's perk this back up and get back to some pretty colors. Let's really pick up some of the greens here. I'll just try one more experiment here. Go back to these original colors. I still think I'm using far too much paint. But I guess maybe if I do that, it's not drying out so quickly. I love these two colors together. So pretty. Whoop, whoop. Roll off some of that over here. Uh-oh. And then come back this other way. There we go. Oh, I like that. That's pretty. Alright, this is the one stencil I've had the most trouble with. And it's the one I like the most. Naturally, you can see I've had to tape it in places. Ooh, you know what? It might be pretty imprinted right onto there. What do you think? Nope. Let's do this. I can totally understand now when people say, when they get going on this, it's just kind of addictive and they just want to go and go and go. Oh, look at that. Isn't that sweet? Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay. Pull our stupid, ridiculous stencil off. I need another piece of paper. Heck, fire. And fold that in half. I know you can't see anything I'm doing over here. Sorry, y'all. Then I'm going to come and pick up this one that we did in the similar colors and see what happens. Oh yeah, I like that. Look, you can still see some of the honeycomb underneath, and then now we have the vine over the top, and it's the same color family. I like that a lot. I wonder if I can get one more off of there. Let's try something. Remember I said, ooh, what about on this side? Let's try that. Give it some more pressure here. See if I can pick up some of that paint. But yeah, I can see why people say this is kind of addictive and kind of therapeutic. You're rubbing on the paper. Nope, that didn't work at all. I mean, if it was a brighter color, maybe you could see it, but I can't see it at all. I don't know if I can get any more of that off of there. It still feels kind of sticky-ish. Let's put this one on there. See if I can pick up some of that. And then my friend Sylvia does this thing, Sylvia Tabor does this thing where she cleans it off. You put, and Heather's done it too, you put like a translucent paint over what's ever left on your plate, and then you cover it with packing tape, and you're sort of like making washi tape in a way, and they pick up every last little residual hoo-ha off of their plate. I don't think I'm picking up anything, y'all. No, I don't think so. That's okay. That's okay. We've had some kind of fun. Alright, so we'll get that cleaned off. And I think that's all I'm going to do right now. I just wanted to go ahead and tape this first endeavor and see what happens. I did get some pretty prints. Some pretty colors. Like that. I may do something additional on top of that. This was the first one we did, which I obviously used too much paint, but I like it. I really like this one. And then just our plain honeycomb. A lot of fun. Thanks for coming along on my first experiment, you guys. I really appreciate it. If you have any tips or tricks for me, be sure to leave a comment below. You know, because I will be glad to take help anywhere I can get it. Thanks, y'all. Have a fun and crafty day. Bye-bye.